little demonstration on how to use CloudCompare to remove some elements in your point cloud. So if you're using SketchUp, it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to open up a file right here. So file open. CloudCompare does allow you to open up multiple different styles of files. It will. One of the ones I usually use is the E53 file format. So I'm just going to open this one here. Wait a few minutes for it to load in. And there it is in all the dots and size. So working with this sort of aspect when you have a lot of trees does make it a little bit harder in SketchUp to work with. So one of the first things that I typically do is go over to the sidebar here and press this button here and shove it into orthographical projection. Then I will look at the site at one of the side angles. Then what I will do is start up here, and there's a little scissor tool at the top of the workout bar, or little scissor tool at the top toolbar. But to activate that, because right now it's grayed out, you have to actually click on a point cloud object. So you click on that, brings up the yellow line. Then you'll notice the knife or the scissors are now in, and the scissors will allow you to segment your drawing. So you can click on that, and it then pops up a little toolbar of this nature right here, and also gives you some information across the middle top here. And to start using it, it automatically becomes active, and your navigational tools actually become deactivated. So then to just work on it, you click once or left click once, and that will activate a green line. And you just come across, and to end it, you press the right click button, and that produces a lasso select. Then over here, you'll have a few different buttons. This one here is whatever is inside the lasso will be remain as this segment, and the one right beside it is whatever is outside of it is selected. So I usually just select one of those, usually the outside one, because I'm focusing on removing stuff away from my drawing. So I select everything inside the lasso that will be that I want to remove. So in this case, these tree branches are going to be removed. So I just select that. I'm going then working. Anyways, at the top again here, you'll notice that the text is changed to segment pause, and to unpause the segment again, you press spacebar. So I'm just going to zoom out a bit more and drag myself down, then press the spacebar again to start up my lasso, then segment that stuff out again. And I'm going to do that one more time to segment this out. And by segmenting sort of the top of your site out, it makes it a little bit easier to see what's happening inside your site. In case you're removing a fence, you can take off the top of the trees, put them on their own segment, then you can bring back in those trees later on down the road. So that's my lasso. Again, left click to put the dots in, right click to end the segment, going to hit the segment out button. Then over here, you have a little check mark, a little delete button, and a little cancel button. So the check mark means it will divide whatever segmented out of your view here will be placed on its own layer, if you want to call it that, if you want to use those terms. And the remainder, what's shown right now, will also move on to its own sort of layer. Everything's called differently, so can't remember the proper term. I think it's a station is what it's called in CloudCompare. So then if you want, you can also delete the hidden points, but I do not use this because I like to confirm that my selection I actually did is proper before I delete anything. And I'd rather delete the layer or section over on this list for those items rather than hitting this button just in case you make a mistake. There is no undo button in CloudCompare. So, and I'll just reconfirm that there is no undo button. So whatever actions you do make, you can screw yourself up. So I usually make a copy of the E57 file or the point cloud before I start working, just so I have something to fall back on. I'm going to push the check mark there. So then over on the far left side here in the structure menu, you'll notice that there's two segments now created and that the upper part has been placed back in. So the bottom, so you can just double click on the text there and we'll call the bottom site, and top I'm just going to call tree canopy. You can name it whatever you want. And that helps you sort of segment, keep track of what you want, and segment it into different things. So I'll segment out buildings. I'll sometimes put buildings on different addresses. In your case, you may just want to segment out that one section of fence and be perfectly fine with that. You might want to just take off the top and work from there. So then after that, you can left click when you're just in your you don't have your tool or not, the segment tool is not activated. You can start moving around. Left click is your navigation. Wheel mouse is zoom in and out, and if you hold down the zoom mouse, it'll zoom in quickly and zoom out quicker. And then right click is pan. Yeah, I'll pick out this tree stump here just to kind of show you, so you can get some grips on how to segment that stuff. So I'm on the site. I'm going to make sure I'm in top view, find my tree that I want to take out, which is right here. I will make sure that I'm on the proper point cloud segment. I'll grab my segmentation tool, activate it, which brings up that little pop-up menu here and the information here. I will lasso the area in question, segment it out. I'll push the check mark. It'll pop back in. Then I will remove the rest of the site. And then I am left with the tree in question and a little bit of topography on the ground. Then I try to line it up to the best of my ability to kind of see as many of the points that I want to put back into the original model. This is what I mean. You have to make sure your segment is selected that you want to use. If not, it pops in the wrong segment. So I have to switch this over to the proper segment over in the tree on the left. And there is the yellow box that comes around my work that I want to work with. Now I can activate the segment tool and just close to the tree here. Left click to put the dots in, right click to close, then hit the segment out button, then spacebar to reactivate. Same on the other side, left click, left click, right click, segmented out. I forgot to right click, so cancel that. I just hit escape button on the keyboard and everything just came back in. So, and it turned off my segmentation tool. So I'm going to reactivate that. Click in, right click, segment out, spacebar to reactivate. Again, on the other side, left click, right click to end it, then segment that out. I'm just going to rotate my view while I don't have my or as my segmentation is paused, to a different view here. You'll notice this area here has a few dots and over here. So I'm going to restart up my segmentation tool and segment that out. Again, spacebar to activate the segmentation tool, and left click, right click to end the lasso. Segment that out. I'm going to click OK to finish it off. Then this is a tree to be removed. And now this section here is the section I want to actually add back into my site. So it doesn't matter if the site is activated or not. If you click on that, hold down your control button and click on the next one that you want to merge back into it. The first item that you pushed or you activated, that name will actually be held for the next level. So again, you click the one that you want the name to be provided after the merge is done. Then click on the next one. Then you hit this button right here, the little C with the arrow coming into it. That's the merge multiple clouds button. You can actually merge several clouds together at once if you wanted to. I usually just do one cloud at a time, just in case I accidentally make a mistake, because there is an option that allows you to pull that segment out if you do make a mistake. So hit that button. It's going to pop up this question. If you want to make a scalar field for the original cloud index, hit yes, because if you don't hit yes, or if you hit no, it doesn't allow you a sort of quasi undo button. If you do make a mistake, by hitting yes, it has actually saved me a little bit of work trying to resegment out the work I just did. So hit yes. It'll combine the fields, and since the site plan or site here wasn't activated beforehand, everything goes black. If I turn it on, you'll notice the colors have turned to blue and red. The red is the new stuff that has been added in. The blue is the original file that, or the original section that I had, and the red was the stuff that's being added in. Yeah, so that gives you the basic gist of things. And if you want to get back over to regular color, right over here where it says colors, you can switch that back to RGB if you have RGB on your scan, and I'll throw you back into color. And you can also work from there. So that's my tree to remove, which is right here on site. It's right there. So there you go. That's how you remove a segment of your point cloud. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and I could probably load up another little YouTube video if need be. And what I was going to say, if I get some time over the next week, I'll upload a quick little demonstration on how to undo if need be. The other thing that SketchUp allows you to do is you can load in more than multiple clouds. So if you want to have load in your fence to be removed section, or say this tree to be removed section, you can do that, and then you can also import the other thing. So, and to save your file without the site, all you have to click here is site, or highlight the one that you want to save out, file, save. Then here you can type in site with tree removed,